purport. A slight insult for a respectable family is sufficient to invoke grief. Therefore, cultured man should always be careful in dealing with worshipful family members. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. So this chapter is called the son of Drona punished, Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama, immediately after the end of the Kurukshetra war, even as the war was not complete, when Duryodhana was lying wounded, he being a great follower of Duryodhana, Ashwatthama, he thought he'll please his master by beheading the 5 sleeping children of Draupadi. And he took the 5 heads of these children and offered it to Duryodhana, though Duryodhana was very unhappy about it. Even Duryodhana, in our bigger context, Duryodhana was considered to be on the side of adharma. Still you can see even Duryodhana had some principles of dharma, maybe finer intelligence was covered due to the desire for the kingdom. But still he also had some principles of dharma. He also disapproved of Ashwatthama's action. So Ashwatthama, after he did that, when Draupadi found out that she was weeping before the children, dead children. That time Arjuna, he promised her that he will bring, he knew it was Ashwatthama who did it, he will bring her the head of Ashwatthama who did this heinous act. So following that, Arjuna found out where Ashwatthama was, chased him. Then we have heard all those verses where Ashwatthama released the Brahmastra by just chanting the mantras, but he did not have the ability to call it back. And in that context, Prabhupada in several purports talks about this Brahmastra, very powerful, how it's a nuclear weapon, Prabhupada says. But it is not a nuclear weapon as our scientists know. Our scientists, they know only nuclear weapon can destroy some things on this planet. Prabhupada explains that this Brahmastra is a nuclear weapon that can destroy all planetary systems. So that was the power of the Brahmanas. And Ashwatthama was the son of Dronacharya, of a Brahmana. And immediately he released that. And Arjuna could not bear the heat of that, and he saw it coming. He immediately approached Krishna, and Krishna said, the only way to counter this is to send a counter Brahmastra. And he told him how to do it, and Arjuna did that. Then he countered the Brahmastra. There also Prabhupada explains, during this discussion, Prabhupada explains that nobody can actually decide to destroy this earth or destroy or release atomic weapons, or Prabhupada used the word, neither can build or release without the Lord's sanction. So the Lord is in supreme control. He is the supreme Param Ishvara. He is the supreme controller of this material world. Supreme controller of everything. People may discover so many atomic bombs and so many different things, and which may act as a threat to humanity. That the biggest fear is that if somebody accidentally sends it off, the whole world will get destroyed. So for that, Prabhupada says it will never happen like that. Krishna has to decide whether the world has to be destroyed or not. then only the human being can use that atom. Now Prabhupada explains in this purport, in the different purports, how powerful is chanting of the mantras, which can release weapon, it can release personalized weapons. It will go and attack the particular person. So that those kind of powers the Kshatriyas had, and the Kshatriyas were trained by Brahmanas, and Brahmanas are the experts in the science of all these things. Like Dronacharya was Brahmana and he taught Arjuna all these are. So now, then Ashwatthama was captured by Arjuna and he brought Ashwatthama before Draupadi. Krishna was also there, Bhima was also there. Bhima was telling him, come on, behead him, finish him. Draupadi was saying, no, don't. He is a Vijabandhu, he is a relative of the Brahmana, Vijabandhu, friend of the Brahmana. The Brahmana should not be killed. So she was, even though he killed the 5 sleeping sons of Draupadi, which is not, anybody cannot, no one can do that under any principles, even a Kshatriya cannot do that. Innocent person, harmless person, children, women cannot be killed by Kshatriyas, even according to their dharmic thing, they cannot be killed. So Brahmana are also included in that. So it was a big dilemma, and in the midst of that dilemma, Krishna influenced Arjuna, very innovative solution. Where as per Krishna explained that, see, as per dharma, you have to kill this man, you have to behead him, you have to kill this man. Now again, as per the principles of compassion and all that, Draupadi is also saying, no, if you kill him, you are going to kill a Brahmana. And another point she was saying is that I don't want tears in the eyes of another woman. And Dronacharya having been killed in the battlefield. Ashwatthama was the son of Dronacharya and he was representing Dronacharya. He is the only protector of Dronacharya's wife. So he said, no, you cannot, this is not, Draupadi was saying, it's not fair to kill him. I don't want another woman with tears in her eyes for having lost her child in this manner. So that time, certain discussions, so they are going on, and then Krishna told that, see, you have to find a way where you satisfy both these situations, both these understandings. That is when Arjuna got the message from Krishna and he cut off his hair, cleansed his head with the sword. And of course that was an insult, but still he was let off just by that act. Which simultaneously means, his head he was beheaded, at the same time not beheaded. So this was the, right now we are at the verse, O most fortunate one who knows the principles of religion. It is not good for you to cause grief to worship glorious family members who are always respectable and worshipful. No doubt that Dronacharya, being the teacher of the Pandavas, teacher of everybody, his family was glorious. So those who are, as Prabhupada says, as the translation says, cause grief to glorious family members, and they are always respectful and worshipful. So no doubt that Dronacharya's family was very glorious. With the Guru, both the Pandavas, Kauravas, everyone. All of them learnt their Kshatriya Vidya from Dronacharya. And he is glorious means his wife is also glorious. Guru Mata, one of the 7 mothers. He is also glorious. And because of his good fortune of being born as son of Dronacharya, Ashwatthama also So let us not do anything, bring grief to, especially here she's saying about, I don't want another woman. His wife, Kripi, did not undergo sati with him because she had a son. That was the previous verse. He is certainly still existing, being represented by his son. His wife, Kripi, did not undergo sati with him because she had a son. So, Draupadi was respecting, giving her respect to Kripi, Dronacharya's wife. And that is what here says, O more fortunate one who knows, O fortunate one who knows the principles of religion. It's not good for you to cause grief to glorious family members. Here she is talking about the Ashwatthama's mother. So this shows the heart of Draupadi. This is another aspect that comes forth in this entire chapter. How, as a Vaishnavi, as a devotee, even though her own 5 children were, heinously murdered, but her heart she was not in the mood of a tit for tat. That is not the mood, even though she is a wife of a Kshatriya, of the Pandavas. But she was not in a tit for tat mood. She always felt that the right thing should be done, even though she is hurt. It is not possible for ordinary people. Ordinary people, if somebody hurts you, always think how I can hurt back. This is a normal. But great souls or people with great character, they don't do tit for tat. They always take a humbler position. Where is it? What is it that I am supposed to do the right thing in such a situation, which pleases Krishna? I have to do what pleases Krishna. In fact, if Mahabharata, if you see, there are so many intricate situations and many dilemmas were resolved by Krishna's advice, Krishna's presence, Krishna's inspiration. The idea of Mahabharata, as far as devotee is concerned, when they read, what they read is not that, what is right and wrong, which is very bewildering for a person of Kali Yuga. What is right and wrong? Okay, in Mahabharata, this was the situation. This is right, this is wrong. Now, you cannot apply it even today in our context. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that the highest dharma is Sankirtana dharma. In other words, even if we have to get intelligence to do the right thing, which is always a principle behind all the incidences in Mahabharata, to understand that principle is not easy intellectually. You cannot simply adopt something from Mahabharata as it is in our present day lives. We need to understand that. Prabhupada has explained to us that in this Kali Yuga, there is no dharma. Dharma is all topsy-turvy. There is only one leg of dharma is pending, is left. Even that also what is that one leg left? Truthfulness. That also what they told previously, they will deny. Even now, already, the beginning of Kali Yuga. What you said yesterday, they will say, I didn't say. So that is the situation. When that is the situation, it is very foolish actually to apply all those. Okay, here what is dharmic situation? First of all, you don't stand on dharma. Everybody's life is such a big mess. Even for, earning one's own existence, one has to adopt so many adharma. Because everywhere it is all going on. The whole atmosphere is adharma. Every kind of thing we have to do. Then where is the hope? The hope is only where Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam bruja. We should understand that. That is this Krishna consciousness movement. The highest dharma is to give up all dharma and adopt one dharma. Mam ekam sharanam bruja. It is the easiest way to resolve all problems, is to take shelter of Krishna, surrender. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said how to surrender. Again, surrendering to God is not an easy thing. Mamekam Sharanam is not easy thing. Therefore, 500 years back, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and he said, "This is the easy way. None of you are able to follow Sarvadharman Parityaj." Kali Yuga cannot directly follow this Sarvadharman Parityaj. So the way of surrendering to Krishna, at least something, out of 24 hours, at least few hours, few minutes, one can practice surrender to Krishna. That will change our whole life, that will resolve everything for us. And that is chanting this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashakanam Kali Kalmashanashanam Natro Paratro Paya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. Kali Kalmashanashanam. See, all this is happening because of Kali Yuga. Kali Kalmashanashanam. All the negative effects of Kali will be removed simply by chanting this Hare Krishna. Kali Kale Krishna Nama Rupa Avatara. The Lord has descended as the holy name. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, in humble state of mind, simply chant the holy name of the Lord. How does chanting the holy name of the Lord become surrender? How does it become surrender? How is it any type of surrender? Because if we have to chant the way Krishna told us, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told us, we have to chant with our heart, with our attention. Our attention, the soul's attention, is actually the soul. The pure attention of the soul is the soul. Just like Prabhupada says, Krishna consciousness and Krishna are non-different. Similarly, the soul and the attention of the soul is non-different. Today our attention is coming out of the soul and into so many things attention is going. So, to take the attention from everything else and to put on the holy name, Krishna's name, definitely it is a surrender. You are surrendering your most important thing. That's why Krishna says, most confidential secret I will tell you to Arjuna. Man manabho madhukto madhyadi mam namaskar. Think of him. If you have to think, you have to give attention. You're giving your attention from somewhere else, you're giving the attention, otherwise it will go somewhere else. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us a very simple process, very beautiful process. It is simple. But because our minds are all disturbed with so many desires, our Ichcha Shakti is going everywhere. This Ichcha, even doing Japa, our Ichcha Shakti goes, this Ichcha, that you are processing this desire, that desire, so many desires. You are processing this problem, that problem. Where is it? Your tongue is simply vibrating, your lips are vibrating, but your attention is not on the holy name. Some kind of surrender. You are surrendering your lip and tongue. You are not surrendering your soul. Soul is given for something else, not for Krishna. So some benefit you will get. But real way to practice surrender to Krishna. In this Kali Yuga, all other detailed way of family life, conducting rightly, wrongly, all these things, it's a total bewilderment. It will not work. Simply those who don't chant Hare Krishna, the way Prabhupada said, those who don't take the path of surrender, the way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, they'll be forever be bewildered about what is right, what is to do, what is to be done, what is not to be done. There is no solution for that. Because they are looking on something where something doesn't exist. In Kali Yuga, there is no solution there. The solution is either to suffer in utter confusion and get entangled and go more and more into this material world. Alternative is to take to the path of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra the way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. Then you don't have to do anything. There is nothing to resolve. The idea that, I have to resolve this problem, that problem, this problem, I have to change this situation, that situation. No, that doesn't exist. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, be in what situation you are. One cannot generalize, this is surrender, this is not surrender according to external situation of a devotee at all in Kali Yuga. A surrender or not surrender, it simply depends upon how the devotee is practicing his japa, how he is practicing his chanting. If one is devoting himself completely for 2 hours, chanting 16 rounds with full attention, full desire, with respect and love for the holy name, if he does that, then all the benefits of surrender will come. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. How to live the rest of the life? 24 hours, 2 hours I have chanted, what else to do rest of the time? Don't worry. Krishna says, ma suchaha, do not worry. Sarva dharman pariteja mam ekam sharanam vraja. Now, to understand that how to surrender Krishna is again very complicated. So many interpretations will be there. But don't worry. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his servant, dear servant, Srila Prabhupada, has concretely told what is this Sarva Dharman Parityaja. What is this Sarva Dharman? Give your consciousness to the Nama. 16 rounds. That too, so merciful, only 16 rounds. By chanting 16 rounds, the mercy of Prabhupada one will receive. And Yasya Prasada, Bhagavad Prasada, the Lord is in our heart. He will guide us through all difficult situations, what is to be done, what is not to be done. There won't be any more dilemma. It will become clear what to be done, what is not to be done. Neither attached nor detached. Attachment and detachment, specific attachment, specific detachment, both are attachments. Both are attached. This is called bhoga, tyaga. One day I get attached, then I see it is bitter, I tyaga, I give it up. If one is not able to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, if one is preventing somebody from chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, himself worshipping Krishna, then it is a different situation. From every situation which is unfavorable for devotion service, one should give up. But unfavorable situation, biggest unfavorable situation is in our head. We try to give up everything outside. Unfavorable situations. 6 principles of surrender: to accept things favorable for devotion service, to reject things unfavorable for devotion service. So accepting and rejecting, the first we should apply to our internal environment, to our mind. Accepting things which are favorable in our mind. We should be merciless in rejecting things, detaching ourselves from things which are not favorable for devotion service. Our inner desires, material desires, all these things. But we won't have even strength to do this acceptance and rejection unless we actually chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra properly. All of you are doing japa. You have to understand this is the most important activity, it is the greatest activity. This is the essence of Krishna consciousness, Nama Seva. Krishna is pleased. Krishna not, we think giving means giving money, giving that, nothing. Krishna values giving your attention. Can you keep your exclusive attention? Giving exclusive attention is devotion, isn't it? You have to devote your attention first to the holy name of the Lord. How can one devote one's attention to the holy name of the Lord? Because attention always runs away here and there. But if you're having a dialogue with some person, some interesting things are there, then your attention will never go. Isn't it? Attention will always be there. The reason why attention goes away from the holy name, because we don't chant the holy name in the proper context. There is a context of jnana and shraddha. Who is holy name? What is he? What is his avatara? How he is pleased? What are the 10 offenses? All these things we have to know. And when we know very deeply about these things, then automatically, and what is the process of japa? Once this jnana is there, then automatically what we are doing will have meaning. If we don't have meaning in something that we are doing, our attention will not stay there. When we don't have a meaning, what does it become? It becomes a ritual, some action, a repeated action. When we have a meaning in doing something, then it will never become a ritual action, ritualistic action. Similarly, japa is a relationship with the holy name. It is a seva to the holy name. The 3 things should never be forgotten in the scenario. When you are doing japa, whatever we are doing, we always perceive situations. And we play our role in the situation. That's how we all work. Now we are all come for this class. Class is a situation. In the situation you have jnana, you have shraddha, everything is there. And then you are acting, you are hearing. Oh, who is the speaker? I come to ISKCON, I'm hearing class, this, Prabhupada's movement. All these things are already there in your mind, background. You don't have to consciously think. Because all those things are there, now you are attentively listening to me. Attention stays. So attention stays if there is an intention. Intention is there only if you understand the scene. You understand the situation, what you are at. What is the real situation? And similarly, what is the japa situation? Krishna has descended as the holy name. Nam Nam Akari Bauda Nija Sarva Shakti. All Shakti of the Lord is in this sound. In the sound which I vibrate with my material tongue, in that sound all the Shaktis are there, invested. So then you understand. Now I am surrounded by all Shaktis. What is the Shakti? Pure knowledge Shakti is the first Shakti that touches us. Because Krishna Nama is pure knowledge. Chitta Shakti is pure knowledge. Sat, pure existence, infinite existence. When we touch Krishna Nama regularly, our tiny existence will wake up. Now we are thinking my existence is this body. But this body is just passing through our real existence. It is perceived by our real existence. Our Sat, Devinosmin Yata Dehe Kaumaram Yavanam Jara. Beautiful example of Krishna. That constant knower, that is the existence. And that's the soul. And that soul has to awaken. Even now it is there. Even when it is conditioned, it is there in the form of attention. It's coming out. And then that attention is modified by this yantra by 3 gunas. And attention becomes attentive desire, attentive doing, different things. Attention takes various shapes, various psychological activities. And those psychological activities are all, the specifics are nothing to do with the Atma. Those specifics are all coming from 3 modes of material nature from this body. It's coming from here. So what is it that we can claim is ours in this body? Even now, even our desiring capacity to go to specific desires, it's all modified by specifics of this yantra. If you are a man, you have manly desires. That's not the soul's desire. If you are a woman, you have womanly desires. This is not the soul's desire. The faculty of desiring is that of the soul. The faculty of the attention is that of the soul. The faculty of love is that of the soul. For the specific love, it has become perverted. So we should give our faculty of attention, pure attention, faculty of desiring. How do you give the faculty of desiring? During japa, I am chanting for the pleasure of the Nama. It's a seva. One should not forget during japa that there is a seva, there is a seva and there is a savior. Somebody who wants to please someone, service means always to please someone by service. I am doing something. What is that something? That's called seva. What is that japa? Chanting and hearing. Attentive chanting and hearing. Who is a savior? Savior is the enjoyer. One who is served. Who is that? The Nama. So if in our background we don't have a picture, very clear picture that actually I am actually serving a person, how will attention stay there? It don't have any meaning. Japa will not. We are just a ritual. If japa becomes a meaningful activity, desire will come. Intent will be there to please very specifically, you know, very clearly, just like if some person comes before you, very clearly you know what will please him. Similarly, Shastras have revealed that what will please Krishna. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has revealed Namaseva. Chant the holy name of the Lord. Individually, congregationally, that means chant means you give your doing. You don't do anything else in those 2 hours. That means you give your Kriya Shakti. Soul can never keep quiet. That means the acting for the activity part is actually belongs to the soul. All the different kinds of impulses that a person had to act, which a person has to act. As soon as the body is dead, that body doesn't give any more those impulses. So the acting, thinking, feeling, willing, these are all faculties of the soul. The specific thoughts, specific feeling, specific willing, this is not that of the soul. That is influenced by 3 modes of nature. So we should take out the essence, take out the spirit from matter. And that spirit we have to offer to holy name. And every day, if we practice 2 hours, then our consciousness starts Cheto Darpanam Arjanam. Our heart starts getting cleansed. Why it starts getting cleansed? Because Nam Nam Akari Bodha Nija Sarva Shakti. All the Shaktis for cleansing, purification is there. Starting with cleansing ignorance is there in the Shabda. Simply we follow the instructions given by Srila Prabhupada and try to chant, keeping our attention, keeping doing nothing else during japa, then you will see that the energy from the Lord is transferred. The energy which is there in the Shabda is transferred. Before we receive reciprocation from the Nama, the personality of Nama who is there in the Nama, in the Shabda, he is saying, I don't have to do anything. I have already Nam Akari God. Not that I know I will hold back from you the Shaktis. For somebody I will give more Shakti. No, nothing. It says for everybody it is available. Like Prabhupada says, the sun is available for everyone. Whoever wants to take it can take it. Similarly, this Shakti of Nama is available for everyone. You want to purify, you simply chant Hare Krishna, you touch the holy name, you will get purified. It is not that beginning we have to develop devotion to the holy name. How can it be there? When the heart is contaminated, how can we have devotion to the holy name? We cannot have devotion to the holy name. We can have devotion to the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. And then follow those instructions, then devotion will come. When the heart is cleansed by the Shaktis, then devotion will come. So the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, what it does first is, when we chant the way Prabhupada has told us, the entire body becomes pure, becomes spiritualized. When it becomes spiritualized, then Next level is, can go to next level of purer chanting. First spiritualize, how it gets spiritualized? Because of the energies. And then because of our relationship with the holy name of serving every day this many times. This is called sadhana bhakti. Not because you have devotion you chant 16 rounds. There's a rules and regulation the Acharya has asked you to do so that one day you become purified and then you get devotion to directly serve the Shuddha Nama. There are 2 steps. So now we are chanters in the sadhana stage. Just learn, practice, control the mind, give all our faculties of the soul, exclusive those 2 hours, don't bring anything else. And that will give a greatest push. On a day-to-day basis, one can realize. On a day-to-day basis, the Chetodarpana Marjanam can be realized. If one hears the holy name. As in some of the earlier classes I said, Brahmastra, all energies are released by that sound. Similarly, this sound, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, is having everything. Even material Shakti is there in there. What is the biggest material Shakti? How this material world works. The power of Punya and power of Papa. Isn't it? That's our understanding. Material nature is designed in such a way, you do Papa, you get Papa. You get pain. You get situations which are result of sinful actions. You do Punya, you get power in this material world. Power to deal with your problems and everything. You don't need specific help from Krishna like that to solve my material problems and all. He says, I have asked you to chant Hare Krishna. It's the highest Punya. Rupa Goswami says it is not only transcendental, this chanting of Hare Krishna is the highest Punya. That means you can't get anything more. Suppose you are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and you are still not able to solve your material problem. Which means, this is either I am not taking the receiving, just like sun is showing light, shining light. I am not receiving the mercy of the holy name by simply hearing, forget about devotion, in a regulated manner hearing. So much punya would come that easily my material problems will get solved. Even that is not getting solved because I am neither here nor there. Neither I am chanting properly, neither I am putting my heart there. Karmis are all putting their heart there. Whatever they are, their karma, they maximize the results of their karma. So, Krishna consciousness is materially also, even though we don't give out this secret, because people's minds will get contaminated. That, Hare Krishna, if I chant, I'll get punya. It's one of the offenses. The chanter should not think like that. But the Siddhanta is clear. Krishna Nama, chanting on Nama, no greater punya than that. But we have accumulated so much of sin. Our Sukshma Sharira has got so much sin. And according to Kala, the time just unwinds. Sukha Dukha, according to that. If we are accompanied by chanting Hare Krishna, if you don't understand this, that on a day-to-day basis we have to deal with this. Not that today if I chant 16 rounds, tomorrow I may not chant 16. Today is 16 rounds, because it is sadhana bhakti. Today's chanting will keep your consciousness. By tomorrow, after you have chanted, whatever Kala has to do, it has done, and something else your consciousness has become again. Again you have to chant Hare Krishna. Then again, Kala is working on us continuously. When you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra attentively, you stop Kala. If you don't have anything else, no other thinking, only Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, actually time has stopped. Because your attention is there. If you think of something else, it's gone. Then you are in Kala. Some past you think, some future you think, already you are trapped in Kala. So that is why when you chant, you should be right there, here, now, in the present. full attention will be there. And then automatically it gives a different kind of a immediate relief itself. When we make people chant Hare Krishna, chant one round. The first time when they chant, they hear very clearly because they don't know the mantras. So their attention is fully there when they chant. Their attention is fully there. And at the end of it, how do you feel? There's a lot of peace. Actually, they're not lying. Just because he asked. No, they're not lying. If you see, when we also have first time when we chanted, so much attention we put. Chanting. Tremendous effect it has got. And then we are left the most powerful thing and become inattentive and chanting. Familiarity breeds that. Familiarity with the holy name. To avoid familiarity, we have to hear constantly from Prabhupada about the glories of the holy name. What is the holy name? All these things. Reading of Prabhupada's books is very important. Then it will keep us on proper jnana and shraddha. Without faith that God is before you, what seva you will do? A meaningful seva means you have to know that Savior is before us. So shraddha is very important. So how don't one get shraddha? You have to read more and more. Entire compilation of Nama is there, Namamrita. Read 4-5 pages of Namamrita every day. Shraddha will build up. Once Shraddha will build up, then your activity will become meaningful. Then you want to do it. You don't think it is a burden to finish 16 rounds. All those thoughts will go away. And then one will meaningfully chant. So in essence, to resolve all complicated situations in life, if one does not have the backing of touching the holy name, it will not, one will be misled from one to another. You cannot solve these problems of material life because the current day material life is the environment is such, and with time it will even be more complicated. What is my dharma? What is this? Too much involvement will not happen. Just like husband, wife, children, all those things. Do what you have to do will be automatically guided if you associate with the holy name. With the husband, with the wife, everybody associates with the holy name every day. It's a mystical process because Krishna says, Ma Sucha, do not worry. You do this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told this is the dharma. This is the dharma. This is the dharma of, this is Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. That is the dharma. Sarva Dharman Parityaja. Abandon all other things. And we will be guided. We have to, of course, in our material life, we have to live, our body is there, our family is there, society is there, all those things are there. We cannot be blind to it. The point being mentioned is, the engine for running that is your daily japa. If you chant your japa, mystically, Lord is in our heart, He will guide us. He will help us. And then we go. That's not an issue. One should not think for my spiritual life, material problems are a problem. One should think for my spiritual life, my spiritual problems are the problems. My japa is a problem. Material life is not a problem. Any problem can be cleared by the holy name, the way He wants, the way the holy name wants. One should have faith in that.